Far away, in the heart of the Amazonian jungle, dawn is breaking over the largest and deepest rainforest in the world. In isolated settlements dotted along the banks of the river live the Quichua, Jibaro, and Guarayo Indians. Their way of life has changed little since the Stone Age. The animals stretch and greet the new day. The children from the village go to bathe in the river. In one of these villages lives Otemi. Otemi is 14 years old, and necessity has already shaped him into a skilled hunter. He's looking for a particular type of palm tree called a chonta, which he uses to fashion a bow and arrows to go hunting with. This type of palm is particularly well suited for making weapons. Only the hard, flexible bottom part can be used. First, Otemi has to clear away the dangerous barbs that protect it. Then he slits it open. He'll use the fleshy inner part to make fibers, using the bark to extract the strips of wood used to make the bow. The people carve these pieces of wood directly with long machetes, which they handle with great skill. They then use a blade to polish the piece down to the right shape and remove any sharp splinters. For the arrows, they use light canes, into which they insert a long, sharp tip made of palm wood, known for its hardness and resistance. The work is delicate, and great care has to be taken over every detail. A badly flying arrow can mean a missed shot, and no food for the day. The tips are hand-carved to give the best shape for each requirement. A grooved harpoon for fishing, or a weighted arrow for hunting. The feathers are sewn together and stuck onto the back of the arrow, using a ball of resin and grease from their skins as glue. For stitching, they use fine fibers taken from wild banana trees. Proper positioning of the feathers ensures that the shot flies true. The other members of the family all have their own jobs. Otemi's little brothers and sisters do the homework they've been set in the far-off school where they're learning to read and write. These are very useful skills, because they'll help them to trade under better conditions on the market, 3 days away by canoe. Once every 3 months, Otemi's family travels to the market to sell the baskets and fans his mother spends the morning making. While she's doing this work, Otemi's sisters shell the rice by hitting it with heavy wooden mallets and then sieving the resulting mix. The grains of rice fall into the bowl and the husks are scattered on the dawn breeze. One of the many important tasks is to keep the fire lit. In a world where making fire is a complicated business, everyone has to play their part. Early the next morning, they head out fishing. To reach the area they've decided on, they have to take a particularly dangerous route, where the water is shallow and there are many crocodiles. Although they don't normally attack the fragile and unstable log canoes, the slightest bump against one of these giants of the river could capsize the canoe and tip them all into the river, where they'd run the risk of being attacked by some of the many piranhas that inhabit this area. Luck is on their side though, and they manage to get past the danger area unharmed. At last they can relax a bit and head on downriver. This method of fishing requires a good aim and a fine sense of balance. If the wind isn't too strong and the visibility is good, they can catch enough to feed the entire village that day, with delicious bospichicos, huarachis, and lulillas. It's getting late, and now it's time to head home. It'll take them another 4 hours to row back upriver. Tonight there'll be a feast for the fishers in the Guarachi village.